Good morning, all you Sunday worshippers. Some Sunday morning words. Sunday is a time for religion. It's a time where people rest. Those who are fortunate. And so it's quite apt to speak about going to some sort of service. And let's look at the highest service. Let's look at the Satsang Hall. Yeah? How many have bought tickets to go to Satsang Hall? Doesn't matter about whether you've bought them or whether they're free or whether it's an open free event. It matters not, you know. We're not speaking about the complexities of human life. We're speaking about going to the service and a satsang place. Has your mind considered it? What will take place there? What will be the result, the outcome? What is your mind expecting? So how do you prepare for a satsang? Well, if there's any preparation, don't waste your time and money. If you're going for some sort of experience, some sort of information, some sort of improvement on your life, some sort of being accepted by another, a guru, to take you in its bosom and welcome you into the community, or for this guru to do something to you, then you're also wasting your time and money. It's best to awaken. It's best to self-realize on your own, within your own satsang, as the speaker did, as Eckhart Tolle did. And then you know that satsang is simply a complete undressing. You know, you've started the buttons at home. You know, you've started undressing at home. And you know at the satsang you're going to be totally naked. The job of the guru is not to help you, to show you something, to reveal something. The job of the guru is to say, come into this place of worship so I can chop your head off. I despise what you are, the guru should be saying, if you come into this place with mind. This speaker appeared at the satsang to be blessed, to be confirmed that I don't know where I went. I don't know where I went. But I feel okay, wherever I am. And the guide, the spirit guide that is with you during the undressing, not before the undressing and not after the undressing, during the undressing, guide you to a place called satsang that you've never heard about, you have had no interest about, you don't know why you're there, but you happen to be there. And the guru finishes you off, takes out the sword, slices down your chest, opens you up, dismembers all the bodies that remain, that never took place, all the clothes, all the suits, all the anguish, the torture, the pain, the suffering, and strips them off you, not with a blessing and a nicety, but as a punishment for thinking you could be something superior to God or consciousness, that you were special. The human ego mind is destroyed, not you, not your body. Your body is pure. It is the experience of imagining and realizing that this body is great. It should not be tampered with, but the thing that has been operating it has been false. The ego mind has been false. If you think the guru can free you from your troubles, and that's all you're looking for, I need to be freed from my troubles, and then I want to go back home and be a better person, that satsang is not going to serve you again. You have to go and be like Ramana and lie down and die. Whether it's in the satsang hall or whether it's before, at some point, the egoistic follower. There are some in this world who will never ever need to be enlightened. Never need to, and do not understand these words. They are already living life as it should be, simply being present. No desiring, no wanting, no needing. Accepting everything that comes with gratitude, even pain. Thank you for that pain. I now see that to come out of the other side of pain is a blessing. To come out of any state is a blessing. Can you imagine if you had a sexual orgasm and it went on for the rest of your life? You see, you don't want permanence. No one wants permanence. Permanent smile on the face. Forever and ever. Consciousness is a moving entity. It's coming and going. Something inside, and this is in preparation for the satsang. Go to the satsang. Don't be frightened off by all these scaremongering. Muji Baba will absolutely annihilate you and you'll fall at his feet, and thank God you had the courage. And then he'll flick you away if he's good and say next for the chop. In preparation for the satsang hall. You want to lose control. You see, not the way that mind picks up on these words, lose control, boom, I want to be out of control, Not the body, the mind, lose control of itself. Say bye-bye to itself, Mind, bye-bye mind. Consciousness is moving. Can mind stay away permanently? Can the orgasm last forever? Can mind stay away permanently? No. Biggest fear is losing mind. Going into the satsang hall and laughing and giggling like a fool the rest of your life. No one, no thing, no animal, no nature, not even God, consciousness, can remain permanent. The transcendence when the body fades There's no end, you see. Death cannot be permanent. Death is a simple movement, a transition. Going somewhere else. Moving on. Next. Permanence is something that no one wants. Did permanence ever exist? Before consciousness came? At the beginning, where you were all present, we were all sitting at the Satsang Hall, the first day of existence, before anything was born as God, not with God, as God. And we made a deal that we would go on and on and on, because we didn't remember what was there before. And the not remembering, same in a human body, is not nice. But the not remembering about the ego mind is bliss. Because the ego mind wants you to remember the past. It wants you to plea and believe and hope and pray for the future. It wants you to want things. It wants you to improve things. It wants you to change things. When everything is changing on its own. Everything is being improved on its own. Everything is here on its own. Everything is needed. Before we left the first Satsang Hall, can you imagine every human being that has ever experienced, but we're not speaking human form, we're speaking our being state as one whole. Right, we're one whole. We're all merged together as one thing, one conscious space. But inside there are bubbles bursting to come out. Yeah. When we appear as human states, we're going to simply accept everything for what it is. It's already been done. As God said in the Bible, "Thy shall be done." It is already done. Everything is immaculate as it is the moment you came into this human birth world state as the first body. Whether this is the first body or not, we're all here from the same point of birth, the same birthplace. Some bubbles maybe travelled faster, some were more desperate, but the desperation turned into, I want more. I want to create things and make things for my own peace of mind, my own ego mind. Individualism. And then you search the rest of the life trying to reconnect and remerge with your loved ones, your God. No one is exempt from that. No one says, no, I'm fine being myself. You know, when I die, I hope I'm myself. I hope I'm myself wherever I go. I hate everything. I despise everything. You want to believe in heaven and meeting your family who already passed? Whether that's true or not for you, that's a nice thought. Is to become whole again. Satsang begins within yourself. God is within you. Consciousness is within you. Self is within you. All three are the same thing. So how can you be separate, you see? When this body and mind goes, there's only within that remains. Do you understand this? It's very simple, very scientific. When I say God is within you, you have a picture of this thing being a God, whatever it is. But if you opened up your body with a scalpel, you'll only find organs and blood and bones and muscle and atoms and molecules. So mind says, well, there's nothing within you. Yeah? But everything is within you. You were born from within you. Your human mind and body and thoughts appear from within you. There's nothing in this external world. Do you think thoughts come in and through your skin, your bones, your brain? Thoughts are born from within. Breath is born from within. The oxygen is a substance that keeps everything working. It's not giving you birth, the oxygen. When you were born, they had to slap your bottom before the oxygen came in. Birth came before breath. You understand that? So this oxygen thing that we need is to keep the body from pumping. An external form and an external world. But what lies within is not part of this movement. You're a tree, a simple tree, knows that it exists. It knows that it exists. Everything knows that they exist. Whatever it is knows it exists. It knows not what it exists as, the same as you did before we gave ourselves a name of human. We were simply moving, like an animal, like nature, like the wind. But the tree knows it exists. It has eyes within it. It stretches outwards, it fades, it yawns, it loves, it experiences the breeze, the earth, drinking the water of earth, everything. It is alive. It is a reflection of your true state with no form. The tree appears to be still, permanent, solid. It is a clue to what you are. You are completely still, completely permanently still. So when you look for that, when you want permanence and stillness, you want to go truly home. That means no more. You return and go within your own self. This is the next step. This is not really important. This is not contradicting what is said before. This is you. Everything is moving, coming and going. Yeah? And you appear to be coming and going because your hands are moving and coming and going. And you love this coming and going, things changing every day. What's it going to be like tomorrow? I can't wait to see the birds coming. I love when they go away at winter and they go and hibernate and everything is quiet. I love the bees when they come out because it means we're going to get some honey. I love the wind, but I like it when it goes. I love the sun, but when it's too hot, it's nice when it goes and the breeze comes back. Your stillness, been given a body experiencing everything moving. You constantly want to see movement. You constantly don't want to end and die. You may transcend the next body into another body. You may transcend to a tree and this world may become clear, but you will have no mind to compare. Not a human mind. The minute permanence comes, which is impossible, because while consciousness exists, everything goes on. You will always experience movement, wherever you are, whatever shape you are, state you are, before birth, after death, you're always moving, like the space, like the planets, like the stars, like the atoms, like the molecules, like the blood in the body. In your permanent state, as you are now, everything is moving through you, because you're space. Permanent space, fixed, stillness. The minute consciousness goes, everything remains permanent and no experience. No more experiencing, not even experiencing light or darkness, because everything has returned to what it was before the beginning. Consciousness promises no end. Even if the human state disappears, you will merge into whatever it is that consciousness wants to show you or give you or reveal you as. You're at the mercy of this beautiful substance that constantly gives change. Satsang teaches you that you are pure, but not your mind and body. It will fluctuate. Fluctuate, you see. Because sometimes when the wind comes and it's fierce, the trees get battered and the branches fall off. And your stillness and your permanent state, sometimes when consciousness moves things so quick, your body, your car, everything that exists, the world, the universe, through you, you get disoriented. You feel pain. You feel the things that we think is a human creation. Everything has been created for the same thing, to make comparisons, preferences and choices. The Satsang Hall removes all comparisons, preferences and choices. There's only one choice: to surrender all these things, even the choices. And what remains? You have to be in satsang, in your own satsang, to experience that. This speaker cannot tell you what remains, because what remains for you seeing this speaker is simply a body and mind that speaks in some riddles or utterings or whatever. Sometimes he speaks so eloquently, sometimes it's bullshit. Sorry, Sunday morning, I shouldn't use these words, but you know what? It came from consciousness. Your eyes will tell you what your eyes tell you. Your mouth will speak and taste what it wants to speak and taste. Your ears will hear what they want to hear. Your hands will touch what they want to touch. Your nose will smell what it wants to smell. So your human world is simply your human world. So you're seeing a human speaking to a human. But something inside, beyond this, as this stillness, when this pure state comes from being executed and destroyed and mutilated in front of the guru, whether it's your Satguru or whether it's the external guru, everything that is destroyed and destructed, and what remains sees everything as the same. Not this external world, but whatever dwells inside every single living organism is the same. It came from the same birthplace. Satsang is not to awaken you or to put you to sleep. It is to reveal and help you realize that you've never been asleep. You've never been awake. But the ego mind, the reflective state, constantly gnaws and bites and says, no, don't listen. The ego mind does not want it to be mutilated and died. The identity, the name, the person that you've built up through countless bodies and bodies. That's why sometimes in Satsang Hall you have to go back 5, 6, 7, 8 times, because you've built up such an ego body. You're like the biggest onion where every skin has to be peeled back. It makes the job of the guru, muji, adyashanti, whoever it is, much more enjoyable. Much more difficult. Get that. And you go away giggling and laughing, whoever you are, whatever you are, this permanent stillness that moves. Permanent stillness that moves. And then the words that this speaker speaks over so many videos become absolutely crystal clear. Stillness is the same as movement. Movement is still the same as whatever. Man is the same as woman. Yeah. Black is the same as white. War is the same as peace. Every opposite merges to become that Buddha nature. Completely, total, balanced. There is no path. You are the path. As Christ says, I am the way, the speaker says. Not your way. Not anyone else's way. I'm going to chop your head off so that you can see your own way. I am is the way, you see, Christ was saying. This speaker is not the way. I am is the way. I am is ego. I exist as Graham, this man who has a CV this long. I'm important and special. And no guru's going to mutilate me. I'm going to stand my ground. Do you know why? Because I'm terrified of being found out that I'm a fake body and mind. And when the body and mind and ego is found out as fake, the one inside realizes everything that was before birth and after birth is the same. Everything before death and after death is the same. But to continue with this life, I need my body. And I need some sort of mind. But I'm going to be wary about what kind of mind I choose this time when I go shopping for minds. I'm going to take a mind with no name. I'm going to take a mind with no identity, with no particular method, with no particular preference, with no particular choices. I have no choices. All I can say is, I am. And when you say, I am here, birth takes place. And you remain in this present here-ness state. Now-ness, the presence of now. Anyway, book your satsang. But before you book, listen to these words. Listen to the words that are ingrained inside you through years and years of trying to seek and find. There are words that will free you. I don't want to give you them. I can't give you them. Inquire within, and you'll be pulled into satsang, and you won't even have to buy a ticket, because you'll appear in front of the guru and you'll say, how did I get here? Who put me here? Oh yes, my spirit that I am took me here to be mutilated and destroyed. And then you go forth, you bow your head, gone. Have a great Sunday. Headless or not. Oh, what a way to end a speech. Find the Satguru within. Take words from each and make them yours. And then you'll be destroying the one that comes in front of you. The one that begs for ego death.